It's been a tough year.
They all look
I
so
really miss you
old.
all.
I have an idea. Coach, I promise I will only think about football this summer. We're gonna be back on the road in no time.
We can get split up to find help. We'll cover more ground that way.
What is this place?
Hey! Am I glad to see you?
Daywalker! Vampires! Easy now. Oh, chill.
I'm not a daywalker. I'm a cheerleader. Vampires are evil and ruthless. He's just green and clueless.
Thank you. Yes. Wait, that's mean. Okay.
The vampires and daywalkers hate each other. How much longer can we live in fear?
You feel safe? Because I don't.
We come from a town called Seabrook, where all monsters live together in peace.
That is not gonna happen.
Counselor Zed reporting for duty. Isn't this awesome?
If you two show that you can work together, it shows them that they can work together too.
Yeah, let's do this! There are enemies, Nova.
Ow.
Sorry, reflexes.
Victor! Working with our enemies?
Prepare for battle!
None of our towns won't survive.
It's them or us.
Fight for what you believe in. Because what's on the line is your future.
This is war!
Seize them. Why should we listen to you?
Okay, few things.
Oh, can I just say one thing? One thing.
Yep.
So bad, but go ahead.
Having seen all the other ones because we have children,
Mm-hmm.
and I've seen them on more than one occasion because they're obsessed with these.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that this line of movies is very cheesy,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like each one kind of keeps getting worse because they keep trying to bring in other dimensions, other characters, otherworldly
To do the same
characters, and you're constantly trying to just teach them to get along and care about each other.
Hold on. We got somebody watching right now who just dropped a comment. That guy said, garbage. First off, for that guy,
What's up, buddy? Good to see ya.
yes, thanks for hanging out. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button because we do this all the time. But go ahead.
No, I feel like they should have probably stopped with zombies too. That one was already a little bit of a stretch, bringing in, the first one was the werewolves,
Mm-hmm.
and the
The
second one was the alien. No,
The third one was the aliens, I think.
the
Well,
first one was just the zombies. I
yeah,
think.
zombies,
It
then
was just
werewolves,
zombies,
then
then
aliens.
Yep. And now we got night walkers, day
Vampires. Vampires.
Yeah. So, it's cheesy. They're just bringing in younger kids for them to now teach that we should all get along and love each other, even though we're all different and all like blood and weird stuff. So, but it's fine. Let's be cool. Yeah. They're aging up. They're trying to bring in younger characters. It looks cheesy, and they should have stopped with the second one.
Yeah.
Because the third
Yeah.
one was rough too. And I love how in every movie she's still trying to figure out what her identity is. And she's like, I'm part this, I'm part this. No, I'm not that. I am this. And
Yeah.
dude, just give it a
Yeah.
rest.
That guy says, and they will continue to do so, as bringing in more movies, I'm assuming, and shouldn't have existed. Yeah. I mean, like, I get
The
that.
first one was kind of okay.
It was. And I like the music in it.
Yeah.
Like, I think I like the Descendants series more.
Descendants is cooler.
It's much better. I think the music is much better. But this one, I think our daughters like the zombies movies more.
Yeah, they do.
Well,
But
it's kind of neck and neck with Descendants.
yeah, but these just keep getting
Yeah, cheesier. Like,
cheesier. And they're-
ugh.
yeah. So what's it going to be next time? What?
Yeah, what's left? We did aliens, monsters. What we did? Aliens, zombies, werewolves,
Vampires.
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 What's left?
Robots?
Yep.
Here comes the
Here
AI,
come the androids.
artificial
We
intelligence.
just called it. We literally, I bet you we just called it. I bet you the next one is gonna be androids.
And they're just, they just move
Yeah.
a little different than us. It's fine.
And then they're gonna do a whole dance sequence where they're like
oil to grease my
break dancing like robots and stuff.
Yep. Do the robot.
Disney,
Do the
put
robot.
us on,
Do the
man. We
robot.
just put y'all on. Put us on, Disney. Come on, come on.
mm.
But yeah,
No.
like I think that was yeah, it's a little cringe. It's not our demographic. We understand that and we know that, but I think that it will do well for who it's aimed for. I think our
Kids
girls
don't
will like
really
it.
think too much into little movies like this. They don't think
Yeah.
about the realism and the filming and the
yeah.
acting as much. They're
And
just like
it's-
cool special effects.
Right, and it's cheesy enough that
Look at
it'll
them, they're
probably do it.
dancing. As long as you put dancing in a movie for kids, they don't care what else is happening.
Yeah.
They're happy there's music and dancing.
Agreed. What do you think? Are you skeptical like us? Drop a comment below and let us know. That guy says they made filmmaking political and it ruined every movie. They honestly, like they really have. Like I won't say that it made everything worse because I'm not one of those people who comes on here and talks about, like go woke, go broke and all that stuff. Like especially being a person of color, like I can't be like, there's nothing wrong with being a little bit woke, as they say. Woke has turned into such a bad term now. But I think that some movies don't need to be political or woke or anything like that, and they just kind of throw that stuff in there. They shoehorn it in there and it doesn't seem necessary. And like you said, they kind of end up making these types of movies that are just allegories for the things, like you said, like people should be able to get along. And I get that you want to instill those values, but I don't think that it necessarily needs to be in everything.
It'd be really cool if they do like an actual movie about just people with disabilities and how they
Yes.
should be included.
Yep.
And like just don't keep
Just do
beating
people.
around all this stuff with the magical mystical things. Just be real. Be like, there's a new kid at school, he's in a wheelchair, this one's on crutches, this one's missing a limb, this one's blind, this one's deaf, like this one has this disability, that disability, we got autism, we got all the things. Like just do a movie about that, about accepting others who might be having something that's a little bit different than you, but something that makes them awesome. Like do something like that. Don't just keep doing all these like fairy tale la-di-da magical stuff, because you're not gonna meet a zombie, you're not gonna meet a vampire, you're not gonna meet an alien.
That you know of. Don't say that. You never know.
Okay,
you
well,
never know. There
come
could
at
be
me.
real werewolves out there.
come
There
at me,
could be.
werewolves.
And we just gave Disney another concept, like you said, with
They
the
got robots
disabled disabled
Oh, yeah.
people. Like you could do almost like a disabled version of the Avengers. And
Yeah.
it could be like, why don't you make them superheroes? If you'd rather do other stupid concepts, like have all of them like be superheroes.
I have yet to see a like live action Disney show like these series that have children or adults that have disabilities. I haven't seen one.
The closest that we've come recently is the young lady in the Wicked movie.
Yeah, in the wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that too. And yeah, that's new, but other than that, like
You don't really get a lot of
but
that.
that's not even totally for children. Like kids like Wicked, but they don't,
Mhm.
it's more us adults that are loving it.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
yeah, Disney movies, like throw in more people that have disabilities. Show how, like shine light on them. Don't just have them in there with a wheelchair and never address it. Talk
Mhm.
about it. Have them get to know each other. Have them get to be friends.
Mhm.
Hang out, like things like that. Because
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not a hard concept, but it's something that's very important, and all children need to learn at some point that, everybody's a little bit different, and that's what makes us awesome. So that really should have been something that was brought to light back in the 90s, the early 2000s. We went through the 2010s and still nothing. We're in the 2020s now.
Right.
It's long overdue. Come
Yeah.
on, Disney.
No,
Do
I agree.
better.
I totally agree. And like, what about? I mean, you do something for everybody. What about I feel like there's so many stories that you can tell that are based around that. What about people or kids who do have disabilities and they watch stuff and they never see themselves represented?
I mean, you got the Little Mermaid. She loses her legs. That's the closest you get, but she can still swim. Okay, cool. She made that choice though. But you don't have like Beauty and the Beast. That doesn't count. Dude's made a beast. Nobody cares. He's just grumpy. Like, you don't really have.
He's just grumpy.
He's just grumpy. He's just angsty and rude. So you don't really have anything that's even back from the 80s, 90s, prior to that, that's Disney, that shines light on somebody that has disabilities. Like, you should have had a character who is blind or who, you know, has vision impairment or has a hearing impairment. You should have had that forever ago. You should have had a character who can't get around as well and has to have assistance from some kind of I don't know what you want to call it, assistance vehicle, like a scooter or crutches or wheelchair. Like, you should have had all of these things a long time ago. Show about sign language, show about Braille, show about all of these things, show about their journey and their pain and friendships. Like, I'm on my high horse, but soapbox high horse, but this is just stuff that should have been done forever ago and we're still waiting on. It don't just make it up to us parents to always be educating our children on inclusion and getting along and loving each other. Have more films that shine that light, because kids and technology now is huge. They watch everything, they absorb everything. Let's learn it this way. Thank you. I will take a bow.
Right, and leave. No, that was great. Totally agree. I was just thinking of like a concept with a bunch of, you know, differently abled kids who were like superheroes, but it not like, oh, he can't walk and now that he's a superhero he can walk. Like, no, he's in a wheelchair, but he's still doing like his superpower stuff while in the wheelchair.
Right, not just like his wheelchair is magical.
Right.
But I mean, they could kind of make it like it's special to him, but yeah, give them like powers anybody can do while they are you know, have their own stuff. Like, you might be blind, but show how well you can hear or have the strength to move things or like use your other senses. Like, things like that. They should have had that a long time ago.
And I think we get some of that stuff as adults, but not nearly as much as adults either. And I think that those types of things can help, as opposed to just doing Zombies 4 where we got vampires now. Like,
yeah, I'm tired of seeing magical beings that have wands and who can fly and who can fight. Like, show more real life stuff. Show the magic in using what you do have as your abilities. The movie Wonder, fantastic. We have to show that to our girls. That is one of my very favorites. But yeah, things like that, you just don't, there's not enough of that. There really isn't, and that's sad and frustrating.
A little bit.
Love each other.